Hey there. So I really want you to drink this in. J.K. Rowling has been written out of her own Fantastic Beasts film because of quote-unquote controversy by the same company that decided they would bring in Mads Mikkelsen after removing another actor because he tried to clear his name, even going as far as to flex on the customer, telling the customer, you know what, we're in charge. Now, this hilariously has not gone over well at all for the franchise because the same company that has said, you know what, we made all of those decisions because we stand with women is now accused of a long history of erasure of women, including J.K. Rowling. Yep, you and I, we're going to talk about this and so much more. And you know, maybe this is controversial to say, but do you remember when J.K. Rowling, she was told to sit quietly and not to speak up about JD, not after Warner, they had made their decision. If she wanted to be part of this movie, basically don't take stands like you did before or else you're out. Well, it looks like it doesn't matter about that because you know what? They know what's best for the movie. What's best for the movie is whatever they decide, including the erasure of anyone they want. Crazy times, huh? Crazy times indeed. Oh man, so hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day, by the way. I hope you're doing excellently. And when I'm talking about this, I want to be perfectly clear. Like J.K. Rowling, dislike J.K. Rowling, that's your opinion. You can do whatever you want. But when I'm looking at this, I am looking at the damage being done to this franchise, the Fantastic Beasts flop, as it were, where the franchise itself, hype and public relations, they're left on the side of the road. Now, as far as this newest iteration of controversy, I'm going to read this to you right here. So J.K. Rowling's name has been downgraded in a trailer promoting the latest film in her Fantastic Beasts series amidst a row. Funny thing, by the way, being in the U.S., I'd never really used the word row. I would always pronounce that row your tugboat gently down the controversy. Now, I'm not going to go into what that controversy is. You can look that up on your own. And again, agree or disagree with J.K. Rowling, that is totally up to you. But I would say this. This is the company that's saying we did all of this because of social media outcry. Yeah, remember what they had to say about Aquaman 2 and that same theme. Quote, so unlike previous adverts for the franchise, Rowling's name barely features in the 2.5-minute trailer for the third installment, Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore, which is out next year. The new trailer opens with the caption, Warner Brothers invites you, while the 2018 film, Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald, said J.K. Rowling invites you and credited her with writing and producing the film. Yep, that really puts that quote from Peter Safran, the producer of Aquaman 2, into perspective, where he said, I don't think we're ever going to react to, honestly, pure fan pressure. You got to do what's best for the movie. We felt that was James Wan or Jason Momoa. It should also be that certain nameless person. That's really what it was. We're not unaware of what's going on in the Twitterverse, but that doesn't mean you have to react to it or take it as gospel or accede to their wishes. We decide what's best for the film, and yeah, that's where we landed. Yeah, isn't it interesting? We're being told that Twitter, that doesn't impact your films. That's not going to make any impact whatsoever. But at the same time, when you look through this trailer, J.K. Rowling has essentially been erased with her name only appearing at the end of the new trailer with a small publishing rights note that bears her name. Now, the blowback to this, it has been fascinating to behold, with groups actually speaking out and saying, wait a minute, what do you think you're doing here, Warner Brothers? Aren't you trying to erase women yet again? They were sued for that, by the way. They were sued. They had to settle. I actually did a video about that. Not the finest hour whatsoever, but yeah, you have Kira Tunks, the co-founder of the campaign campaign group Women's Place UK, telling the Daily Telegraph, quote, "This attempt to detach a female author from her own creative achievement is astonishing, but is just the latest episode in a long history of women being erased." They're saying that Warner Brothers, they have a long history of doing things like this, that basically, they think they're going to get away with it, but they're told in no uncertain terms, you know what? That's not going to work. It's not going to work at all. Quote, "It won't work." Not only is J.K. Rowling renowned for creating the world of Harry Potter, she is now a hero to women all over the world for speaking up in the face of intimidation. And well, I'm going to use the word accosted. Now, like I said in another video, this controversy with J.K. Rowling, it links up with other controversy as well. And every time you bring up that film, you find people talking about this stuff. Now, the fascinating thing to me is that Warner, they are fully aware of how this is going over, too. In fact, if you look at their posts for Fantastic Beasts, you'll notice something. You don't see this very often on Twitter. You see that little icon right there? That icon means that somebody, they're hiding replies. Basically, they know there are replies out there they don't want associated with their brand. They actually have interns do this, by the way. You go and intern for Warner Brothers, they'll have you go out, create a job opportunity quotes where you say this is the best place ever to counteract negatives. Well, they do this too. They have them go in, they have them moderate social media posts, basically hiding the blowback. Customers, yeah, you're not allowed to have a voice at all. And here's the thing about trying to silence people like that. When they notice that, they get really irritated. We've seen examples of that with actors. We've seen examples of that with other movies as well. When you do that, people, they start putting together hashtags. They start getting louder and louder. And there are a lot of people that are speaking up about this issue and about other issues connected to this movie, connected to other movies, and connected to the brand that backs it all. You can see the hashtag right here, for example, talking about this very article. This is one post with that hashtag. You have 500 plus people that have already reacted to it in the first 4 hours. Again, a lot of people, they have no idea what's going on. When they see all of these issues, they impact the bottom line. And that bottom line, it is already being impacted by the beer bug. So yeah, they can't afford to lose dollars or investment. But anyway, I thought that this was interesting. I thought I would tell you about this. I'm curious what you think about it, though. What do you think about J.K. Rowling being written out? Even if you disagree with what she's saying, even if you disagree with her being out there and talking, what do you think about writing out the person that creates it? Let me know in the comments. And as always, appreciate the heck out of you. You make this stuff work, so thank you. Can't say that enough. If you want to help the channel out, by the way, there are links in the description. We can always use your help too, so check those out. But you being here, that is the biggest help of all. So thank you. I appreciate you sincerely, and we will see you soon.